I just want to talk about the law of attraction and my epiphany. I'm working there. I want to start by saying, Easter this past week, I went to church, and for those of you guys that have watched my videos or whatever, you know that's a big deal for me because I don't go to church. But I figured I would make my family happy, and I went. And also, it was 3D Easter. Went to church, we had 3D glasses. 3D Easter. Let's take a moment to think about that. I was waiting for Jesus to reach out and touch me, lay his hands on me. I forgot why I mentioned going to church. Oh, because being in church made me realize that, I don't know, it just made me think about a lot of things, but let's not go there. But the other day, I purchased this book, The Law of Attraction. Everybody's heard of it, the book, The Secret. Everybody knows about it, but maybe this video will make you think of it differently. It's like when your parents tell you one thing over and over and over and over again, it goes in one ear and out the other. But the second somebody else tells you the same thing, you're like, I get it. That makes sense. It's just the same things. You may have heard about this over and over again, but maybe coming from me, it might sound different or something. The law of attraction basically is if you think positive thoughts and positive vibes, then the energy will bring you back positive situations. And in return, if you think about negative things, you give out negative energy, you will get negative energy back. And obviously the purpose is to keep the positivity rolling. Dory, you need a book to be positive? No, but maybe I do. Maybe some people there's books for everything. Everything. People need books for everything. And it doesn't matter how you get it as long as you get it if that's what you want. So screw you. Just kidding. I have a really hard time believing in things. Like, I think too much. I think too much about everything. If that's a possibility to think too much, I'm one of those people. I'm always wanting to know why or how or when, or I always think too much. And I think this is trying to tell you, like, don't worry about how or why. Just know that it will happen. And to relate that to church, I think it's like asking God for something and not worrying about how God is going to make it happen, but just know that God will make a way. God will make a way, basically is what it's saying, except for people who don't believe in God, or for anybody else who doesn't want to use God as the example, it's the creator or your source or the universe or whoever you think this is all coming from. Or maybe it's not coming from anything, and that's fine. For me to make it so that I can understand it, and I'm also a very visual person, I think of positive energy and me thinking positive thoughts. Little green, they have to be green, little green plus signs are emulating, is that a word? I hope so, because I want to use that, are emulating from my brain and my body, like plus signs everywhere. Every time I'm going to have a good day. Plus signs, green plus signs everywhere. Every time I think it, every time I say it, it's going out into the universe. Somewhere in the universe, green plus signs that I created are there, and they're going to want to come back to me like a magnet. I'll use this example since they use it in the book. And you have to train yourselves to only think positive. So if you say, I want a boyfriend, that's a positive statement. You're going to send out, I want a boyfriend signals, and then somewhere your future boyfriend has positive signals and it'll be attracted to you. But if you say, I don't want a bad boyfriend, by you saying that, the universe hears bad and boyfriend, and you will get a bad boyfriend. Positivity attracts positivity. Negativity attracts negativity. Observe the way other people talk about their lives. Do you realize that positive people genuinely stay positive and positive things happen to them, and you're like, you're so happy. Why are you so happy? But they continue to remain happy. That's why. And negative people are always negative. Negative things always happen to them. It's like when it rains, it pours. Same thing. Negative people will always draw negativity towards himself. Sometimes I don't really know how you're supposed to be positive in certain situations, but you just have to try somehow. Like going back to me, even if you think it's like a video game, to see how many positive vibes you can give out. If it's like a video game and you're trying to rack up points, that it helps kind of. I've only had this book for 2 days, so I'm a noob, but you have to somehow muster up you have to believe it in order for it to work. One thing I started doing is before I get out of bed, before I get on my computer, instead of thinking about what you don't have, think about things you do have. So 5 things that you're grateful for. So like yesterday, mine was, I'm grateful that I have my own room. I'm grateful that I have wireless internet. I'm grateful that I have decent health, that I'm in good health. I'm grateful that I have a car. It may not be the best car, and it may be maybe turn 80 or something, but I have a car to get me where I want to go or where I need to go, and I have a family. Some people don't have any of those things. Some people might have all of those things times 3, but it's what I'm grateful for, and you need to appreciate the things that you're grateful for in your life. Even though I may want things over here that other people have and I wish I had and I don't understand why I don't have it, I need to focus right here about what I do have today and how I can be grateful for it and appreciate it, because once you appreciate the things you do have, you can appreciate the things that you will get that much more. I'm trying to change every not so good situation into a bad one, and I get stood up a lot. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's the people I talk to. I get stood up a lot. I make plans with somebody, we confirm these plans, and then they never follow through. I do my part and I try to, hey, what's going on, when are we meeting? And I get nothing back. And it's not like these people are backing out. It's not like they're saying, oh, my pet hamster just got ran over by a rhinoceros. No, they completely ignore me or cease contact. And it really pisses me off, because who does that? Really? Really? Texting is the business these days. You can't send me a text to say that you don't want. I'm trying to figure out a way to turn this into a positive thing so that I don't give out so much negative energy to all these people that stand me up for no reason at all. The thing is, for each person that has stood me up for as many times as I let them stand me up, there's got to be one person somewhere that would never do that to me. One person somewhere that would just revel in my presence. That sounds really like conceited, but there's got to be one person for every person that has stood me up that would never do that to me, basically. I'm going to send out those positive vibes to that person, those people, that group of people, those people for the rest of my life that I know will never do that to me, in hopes that, you know, it'll block out all the people that have they're probably all watching this video too. All the people that have stood me up. No hate to you, I'm just saying. You know how situations aren't that bad, but if the situation has happened 3 to 4, 5, 6 times before, it makes that situation even worse. You're just like, really? Really, universe? Really? It's kind of like that. This video is long already, and I wanted it to be short and sweet, so that way if you feel like this video is for you, or you know somebody who needs like a uplift today, you can send it to them, and I'll make a part 2 soon. Alright? Bye! Be positive.